Let's go, ladies! Ascent is our map. We had the Wave Esports Cup, the qualifier, the second qualifier before the final. And, well, right now we are in the first round here, and we got the purple Cobras going up against Rainbow Mind. And, well, you probably already know the Cobras from the absolute epic grand final that they played here on the channel just recently against Team Turkey, which was pretty fantastic. It was actually the Lair.gg tournament, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, I'm kind of hyped for this one. This should be a great tournament. There's a lot of good teams signed up for this one too. Absolute Legends, for example, should be another team that you're familiar with. And we are starting things off with a lot of armor. Yeah, a little bit of a different strategy. Over to Rainbow Mind, you can actually see that they're starting with a lot of ghosts and not going straight into the armor, whereas we have a completely different opening for the Cobras themselves. Light armor on every single player and going into classics here. And already an aggressive push out, but that didn't work well for Westworld, so he gets eliminated. But it's still a counter kill, so they're trading off him. Already a little bit of vision giving there too, but let's take a look over at the Khaldor, who is a little bit in trouble over on B side here at Ascent. Yeah, very much so alone, needs to heal himself. The problem is they're literally swarming him. What is this, StarCraft 2? I mean, he's getting zerked, but whoo, baby, that's a triple right there! And he gets a quad kill before he goes down. Fucking hell. Let's take another look at this one quickly. Holy shit. Gets the heal off after he kills the first few. Comes in, one headshot, gets the second. Goes for the triple and then another kill. What an opening for Khaldor here. Immediately top fragger. And if you start a tournament game like this, then you know you're gonna have a good day. So now, of course, we have a bit of weaponry after the first round. Was won by the Cobras. And yeah, they even got a Phantom over here for Oko, who invested into the light armor instead. Much more utility, of course, needed for Khaldor himself, which is why he can't really afford that right now. But I feel we should have another look at him, because he's just absolutely decent. Westworld in the middle is already trying to hold as much as he can. Gets the headshot in against the young one. Yeah, he's called young one because he's never gonna get old. And there's another triple as Westworld comes in and takes 3 down. Dominant performance here right at the beginning of this. Woo, 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 baby! 4 down. Holy shit. I mean, again, we gotta always, of course, throw in here that it was a little bit of an eco round for Rainbow Mind, but still, damn. Of course, also, just in addition to that, while we're talking about it, let's not forget that the Cobras are definitely one of the top teams right now within Europe. They've been absolutely murdering a lot of the tournaments that they've been participating in. And this is still the first round of the tournament right here. But up to this point, they are just absolutely crushing. So now that we're heading into the third round, bit of a different story. We got Young One on the other side, even with an operator. So they were heavily saving in the previous round and now have quite a little bit of money to spare and are going to try and lock down a middle here, which so far doesn't quite work out. Let's see if the attackers can maybe get a couple of kills in and then win this round. This third round is usually when you save on the second, where you are in a bit of a better position compared to the previous one. So let's see if this time we can actually get a couple of kills in over here. Very defensive performance right now from the boys on the defender side, but still, Fields goes down. Fields, the coach actually for the Cobras, according to the Cobras in lobby earlier, so it seems like they're currently missing one player. It's still quite early, it's 5 o'clock, so might be that one of them just joins a little bit later. But yeah, Fields goes down. Ah, fancy! Not so fancy today, gets eliminated as the young one is dead again. Only the good die young, my friend. But we have one last man standing. Khaldor, not even he can turn the tides here. And that's the first point on the board now for Rainbow Mind right here. Alright, we're off to a game. I like it. So, already starting to spice things up a little bit. Definitely a fan. But yeah, we're off to a good one. I really like this. For our first start into the tournament, that's a lot of fun. I mean, again, we started things off with a quad kill. You know what? It was so sexy. Let's look at it again. That was round number 1, and that was Khaldor with a quad kill. I mean, first of all, stalling them and then just getting those kills in. Just look at this. Bam! Straight into the face. Gets another one right here. Fantastic, fantastic start into the game. But again, it's a 2 versus 1 right now. Everybody is pretty much sitting on Yeah, on pretty decent equipment right now, aka Vandals and Phantoms, with the exception of Sova, as previously stated. He's actually playing this currently with an operator. Mesworld is just sitting at the side and is playing this also incredibly safe. Another one that is also well advised to not really peek out too much is Brimstone, by the way, who you can see just over here, waiting for the next smoke to be dropped. Because they still go up against Sova, who's just waiting for another aim down. Yeah, exactly. If you peek out there as Brimstone, you are toast quite quickly. But let's not forget that we still have Vez sitting on the left side. So if someone peeks out right now, if Sova moves in here, then he is just dead meat within a second. There's the drone. Ah, good damage, but he's not able to get the kill in. And Night Voice comes around and takes him down. Well played by him. Of course, Sage was ready to heal Sova as well. That was good intent, but a really nice drone from the Owl Boy. And now we still got a bit of poke on the other side. Fields down as Simli takes him apart here. I have no idea, by the way, how to properly pronounce that. I have absolutely no clue, but he's Beastnade regardless. Comes in, gets the kill against Kejan. They only have 12 seconds left. They need to hurry up, and that's exactly what they're doing. We currently have the plan from Drownsy. And that couldn't have been... I mean, it could have been a little bit closer, but only 5 seconds left after, as he finally puts that in. The problem, of course, now on the defender side is that the only one standing is Oko, and he's just like, yeah, screw that. There's still 4 on the board. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. That ain't happening. So, yeah, no brave 1 versus 4 solo action from Cypher in this case. He's like, boys, I don't know what to do here. We got Brimstone with Incinerary, we got Sage with her walls, we got Brimstone with all that action. I'm sitting here with my little camera. What am I supposed to do? So, very little that he can currently pull off here. But honestly, that gives us a little bit of time to talk about something else. If you look at the combos that are being played here, the team compositions, we have pretty much both teams right down the meta. So we got identical teams at this point. We have no Reyna on either side, which we've seen quite a bit, especially after she got, of course, released. Sometimes these days, when you're going for a little bit of more an aggressive setup, we still see Raze being played, especially on other maps that have more choke points, where you can make more plays with either the showstopper ult or the cluster grenades. Not really happening here just yet, but definitely something that's also worth pointing out a little bit. As the tournament continues and other maps are being played, you might see some deviations in terms of the agents that are getting picked here. There's already a bit of a push out, and the young one is dead again. I told you, that guy is not getting old this game. And there's more pushing through that. Oh, alright. Ah! And there we go. Raze is in, and there's the kill. Yeah, that's the only deviation that we have. The Raze on the one side, and on the other side then we got Breach. So a little bit of... that's the only difference here. So one Raze is... It's not quite identical. Ah, that fucking Roomba right there. There's a lot to do here if he really wants to clean all of that up. But it's still a 3 versus 2 situation on the map now. There is also an ult on Sage. So if she ever gets to a corpse, she can actually come in and go straight in for Res. But Vesworld is currently with the ult coming through straight here. A little bit of action from behind. There's a nice shot connected with the Sheriff. Trying to go for another hit though. Gets the slow orb out as well. And there's the hit. Defenders taking it again. Vesworld takes 3. Keja with the last man standing, annihilating him. And that is another round now in the hands of the purple Cobras. Awesome. Yeah, easy peasy, making the plays right there. 3 versus 2 as we speak, and that's a solid setup for them now. We still got 2 ults in play. There was no Resurrect in the last round from the Cobras, so the defender still with the ult up. Whereas on the attacker side, we now have a Brimstone, for example, with this ult, so we could actually see him calling down the Hellfire right there.
Smoke's down.
But first of all, we get a couple of smokes. So smokes off the small connector. And immediately we already have, yeah, Reach is just falling back. Still a bit of poke happening here from our op player. So we still got the young one in a situation where he's just like trying to see if he can maybe get the quick kill connected here somehow. But the attackers are now slowly starting to push here, and I mean they have to. It's still a 2 versus 3 setup. But a bit of a trap set as well. I mean right now, Lee is trying to go around the corner, but there is a bit of a trap right there. So first of all, we have the wall already put in place, but even if we move past that, there's still that corner position that we have for occasion. So if anybody moves around this spot, could be in trouble. He's still peeking a little bit and gets the hit in. Nicely done. Connects the headshot, heals himself up, slows them down. But here comes the counter kill. Drowsy gets 2, takes Kejan and Fields both down. Nicely done by him. That's a 2 versus 3. And an attempt from Westworld to also help out here. He's also around with the AWP, but instead he gets taken down. Young One is just absolutely clutching it at this point and is still trying to hold the angle here. We have 2 versus 2 set up as we speak, but they're pushing on to B. Yeah, there's a kill. Gets the headshot. Nicely done. Has the spike. He needs to also plant it, of course. We still got 1 man left standing. Can you move around here? Gets down. Oh, unlucky. No. He goes for the owl and then it gets stuck in the box in between him. Can't actually move. He needs to retreat for a second, and that's just the moment that Cypher uses to walk around the corner and take him down. The AWP is secured, as you could see. Plenty of time, so the team called it out right away. Said like, dude, I could really use that AWP that he just dropped there. And that's exactly what we see them take. So yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, that's just what it is. 4-2, the lead still for the Purple Cobras as they're coming in to bite again. But now that the attackers have already tasted a little bit of blood in the waters, they seem to be trying once again for B over here. Dropping the spike there as well, still trying to control the middle. When it comes to weaponry, we don't have an AWP anymore. So now that Young One lost it, the only player with an AWP is actually Westworld. And he's already looking to see if he can maybe get someone here. Might actually be the case. Ah! Dodges out on the Roomba. Yeah, that could have been slightly problematic. By the way, in the meantime, it's already a little... You can run, but you can't hide, baby. Not happening. So Sage gets sniffed out. Westworld gets a kill. Is of course looking for another.
I know exactly where you are.
Yeah, could get the peek, but now they're already sniffed out. All right, over here. Still waiting to see if he can get the kill around the corner. Not so far, and they need to of course be careful now of falling back a bit already. There's 1 kill though as Cypher gets eliminated, but the counter kill. Westworld comes in, takes him down. He's all alone against 2 now. Still kind of doable, but of course a little bit tricky with the AWP in your hand if you have to push into them. Operator isn't really the best weapon if you need to go for a retake, so not really the ideal scenario that we have for him right now. But let's see. He's definitely going to try and at least catch someone on the way out when the bomb is about to explode. But yeah, 10 kills by the way for him. I mean, he's sitting at the #1 spot for the team and in the game actually when it comes to the kills, as you can see. Hiding, opponent's team isn't even trying to push out here. And obviously with 35 HP for as well, there's not really a lot that he can do. By the way, I'm butchering this name the entire time. I get Vezi, or Vez is most of the pronunciation. Most of the boys are from Iceland as far as I know. But yeah, let's see what we can actually pull off in this round now. But I like it. For the first round, I gotta say that I'm kind of impressed because I didn't really expect the first game to already be more or less close. I have seen the Purple Cobras now demolish more than just one opponent without any problems whatsoever. And in the first round that we're actually looking at a game that is already kind of spicy is pretty cool. Obviously the defenders are currently still there with a slight lead, but hey, I'll take it. 4-3 for game #1. It's gonna be a pretty cool tournament here in Wave Esports. The Roomba is out again. Oh, beautiful. A counter kill, of course, against Night Voice. But still, that was actually nicely done. That's at least the operator out of play for now. And yep, seems like we're going to see a little bit of action here from Fancy, but can't get any fancy kills just yet. By the way, talking about fancy kills, Orko has taken over operator duty and immediately is getting a kill in. And there's the revive apparently. But what I also gotta say is that Drowsy has so far not used his own ult, so there's still a few ults available. You look over to the kill board and we had Raze die with her ult. There's a couple of shock dots coming out. The camera is also out there. Oh, nice kill. Well done. Yeah, they are just absolutely zerging onto the point now. Now already starting to come in. The problem is, of course, that they are now in a 3 versus 4. They're slightly outnumbered here and push back a little bit. Good molly. Here comes the ult on the other hand. Nicely dodged. Another ult also from Sova, and he gets the kill with it. Youngwell takes Vez down. Well played by him. The covering on the right. One coming through. There's Oko, though. Gets the kill in. Now we only have Sage remaining. 1 versus 1, but the kill. Well done. The attackers tying it. Great plays here. And once again, Sage here playing fantastic. Young one with 7 kills. Night Voice with 7. The only one who's straying behind a little bit is CIX, I suppose. Again, pronunciation. Sorry if I butcher some of those. But also, we got Veswell still with his 10. But yeah, series is tied. 4-4 at this point. And once again, of course, attackers with a spike over on B. Just dropping it for now. And we also need to pay a little bit more attention to Night Voice, who's been in this continuous battle here over on A, trying to get something done here. We have one operator for the young one, and an eco round for the defenders. Defenders with an eco round. Yeah, and over here, Wes is already trying to trap them a little bit. Let's see if that's going to work out. If they just rush around the corner, he might get a kill here, but I kind of doubt that that's what's going to happen here. They're definitely going to check that. But yep, there it is, but a good kill. Gets the stinger action in play, and they might be able to get even more. But there's the ult, has to jump out, and is of course completely exposed right now. Really good use of the Brimstone ult. Flushing them out. That leaves us with 2. Kejan again playing with the Sheriff here. And he had some beautiful kills earlier. And he gets another one straight to the face. Gets the heal out. Nicely done. Might even be able to pick himself up a weapon. But Young One gets a kill against Fancy. And that makes Sage the last man standing here. Okay. Yeah, he's already down. Spike is planted. It's a 1 versus 3. I love how he doesn't even try to do anything here. Problem is that he might be in trouble. Oh, not yet. Young One takes him down. And that's the lead all of a sudden. Rainbow Mind, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, they're coming in with some pretty solid frags here and take the lead. Now, I have to highlight this once more. I talked about it a little bit at the beginning, but I think it is worth repeating. This is a best of 1. So the Cobras are already slightly behind, and they are one of the favorites to really make it also in the grand final, but they are really I don't really call it in trouble. Again, they played an eco round on the last one, but they are definitely realizing that this is not going to be an easy one for them. So we got the operators now on both sides. Young One and Vez both have one, as we are looking at that real quickly. And our 2 op players, yeah, so far the first kill in. Vez gets in against Sage. That's already great because Sage also had her ult up. Now we're double checking what Young One is going to be able to pull off here. Not too much. Spike, of course, is now to be recovered as well. Double checks through the smoke. Tries to get an easy hit in here, which so far hasn't really happened. But they are starting to be a little bit in trouble. Yeah, operator against the drone. They know exactly where he is. Oh. Still holding in the middle here. Another shock dart straight through the smokes, but a good kill. Nice. The op battle between the 2 of them. Young One, he got murdered in the early rounds, but now he's really coming through for the team with the operator action time and time again, doing a fantastic job here. Now Brimstone has to be a bit careful. Is waiting for someone to try and go for the market. So far nobody has really pushed in too hard. It's a 3 versus 4 situation in favor of the defenders though. But the attackers are slowly starting to push through the middle and take the position here. Now, the first one that they're likely going to run into might actually be Fancy over here. Was already trying to hold this. Yep, and there we go. There's a bit of an information. Can bounce this off maybe. Doesn't do anything. Incendiary comes out. There's a cluster grenade on the other hand. Just to fall back. Fields also waiting for the kill. And yes, he gets one. But Young One just doesn't stop. Ult is already getting used over here. That's a kill on the other hand, but the spike is planted. And Young One goes up against 3 and gets taken down as Kejan once again with his Sage is able to get multiple kills for the team here. Super important player for them. Honestly, he did fantastic in the early rounds. That quad kill that we had at the beginning was just absolutely stellar. Yeah, and Young One is just opping them down. And outside of him just playing the op, he's now also in a position where he has his ult ready too. So that could play a huge role here. Now, we'll see if it comes to that. But yeah, for the attackers, it's a 5 versus 5. It's tied again. This is honestly just like 2 boxes in the ring. It's punch after punch that is flying here. And I like it. But yeah, the ult is ready. We have no operator this time though for Young One. So he's back on the Vandal. It gives him at least that one tap potential towards the head on long distances. But no operator play from him just yet. There's the drone out, double checks everything, doesn't really find anybody yet. So they're standing deep. The defenders stand really deep in this, but that's a fantastic dart that we just had here. Yeah, those windows are pretty tricky. I mean, there's a couple of boost positions that you also can go for if you want to try and get a sneaky kill in. And talking about sneaky kills, Raze is currently very careful over on A, and for good reason. We have Breach actually standing in the corner and aiming down the side here. It's just standing here and it's like, alright, whenever you're ready, baby, whenever you're ready, just try and go for that ultimate orb and we can go for it. But yeah, very slow approach now to the middle too. And Verswald might just get that kill. Yeah, there's a little bit of a peek happening any second. They're still pinging. Is Raze gonna come around the corner? They're thinking about it right now. There we go. Night Voice, is he gonna come in? He's double checking. And there it is, and Night Voice gets the kill. Nicely done. They're also moving straight over, rushing through, bursting it down, the push onto B this time, onto A, and they take control easily. Already one underneath the floorboards right there, and with only 2 attackers, 2 defenders surviving up to this point, it's a bit tricky to recapture here. It's literally a 2 versus 5. Fantastic round so far for Rainbow Mind. If they can make it through and maybe even kill the rest here, that would be just stellar. Not losing anything, being able to just save up even for the next few rounds and taking the lead, it would be great. So of course still the first half, and we have only 2 rounds remaining, so that would set them up with the lead. And the defenders are already pushing back. So the purple Cobras, in this case, they have lost their bite a bit in this round, and a bit of wall banging going on just to be on the safe side. But at the end of the day, this is going to be a victory in round 11 for Rainbow Mind. Nicely done. Yeah, so Rainbow Mind takes it. And that's the lead. And last round in the half. Here we go. Now, we still have plenty of money for the Cobra, so they're not going to fall into a position where they can't afford anything. Kejan has to buy for fancy, but that's about it. And at this point, yeah, we're looking at an operator for Young One again. Ults, of course, can play a huge role now in this last round. I mean, you want to use them now. It's not like you can take them into the next round. This is the last round of the half. So they're going to try and utilize that, which also means that Young One will most likely drop his ult at some point here too. And they don't have to be afraid of an operator. And they know that as well if they paid a bit of attention to the money situation over here. Which is one of the reasons actually why Raze is now, as you can see on the minimap, way more aggressive. Talking about the boost positions right here. It's exactly what I meant earlier. A couple of easy boost spots if you're trying to make a play through the window. And Sage was looking to see if she can maybe get a quick and easy kill in. Not quite happening there just yet. Wall is up too, okay. And still everybody just testing the waters a little bit to see if they can maybe get an opening frag to allow them a better position here. Yeah, very slow play that we actually see from them now.
Revealing area.
Okay, nobody pushing out just yet. But keep those 3 ults in mind that we have for the attackers. Super important. Yeah, Raze also up at the top now. So she has a fantastic situation, and there we go. Not being used. Trying to see if he can maybe get it hidden. And he gets the kill against Fields. Nicely done. There's again the position over here for Night Voice. Try and control the center.
Exactly where you are.
Yeah, there comes the kill. Young One gets the counter. That puts him into a 2 versus 3 on the other hand. So that might become a little bit problematic. Young One immediately with a plant right there. Kejan, of course, is someone that could potentially get the kill, and he does. Night Voice goes down. That's not the only thing. Last man standing is Sova, so Young One is still alive, but Fields has his ult, and that's a problem, because that means immediately that we could look at an ult to flush him out a little bit.
Beacon down.
Steam Beacon is already out, and the ult is going to be used any second. Yep, here we go. Gets the ult out, flushes him out towards the right. And can they get the kill connected?
Molly.
Molly comes up, but young one down, and that's a tie. Guys, we're going into the second half of this with a tie. Fantastic first game, first round game. I have to highlight that again. But yeah, happy panda right here. So the Cobras now on the attacker side. I mean, again, rumor has it that's exactly where the Cobras feel at home, you know? You don't want to defend when you're a Cobra. You want to always come in and attack. Or so I've been told. Nah, but either way, dumb jokes aside. So with that, let's see what they can actually pull off here. First round, of course, we're looking at pistols again. Let's see, do they go for armor once more? Yep, indeed they do. So light armor is prioritized over ghosts by the Cobras. So no ghosts for them, just looking fully at the armor here and playing around that. And all of them currently stacking up over on A. I'm gonna try and push over the opponent right here.
Smoke's down.
Yeah, smokes are immediately down. Gets also the stun through, up through the middle.
Smoke's
And
down.
off we go. All of them coming in. That poor ice wall. Would have probably been a bit better to just like get one at least in with the knife. They're getting zoned out a bit already. A wedge drove in between them from Raze. There's the kill. Nicely done. 2 versus 2 down. They're starting to push in again, try to get another kill. Fancy with 1, Fancy with 2. That leaves only Night Voice standing, but the bomb has been planted. He's up against 3 right now. Not really a whole lot that he can do, even with Sage and Sova on the attacker side being incredibly low. There's not really a whole lot to do over here. He's already down to 58 HP. That would be an absolute miracle if he could come in and now take it, and I don't really think so. Yeah, they're playing it slow, standing way far back, waiting for him to go for the defuse, and then he can really go for a pincer maneuver over here. There it is! Come in with a headshot, and Night Voice is down. Here's the Angel Sing at this point. Yeah, easy kill for them. So that's the lead for the Cobras. They're starting the second half off with a win. And immediately have the money to buy themselves some proper weapons here too. Prioritizing, by the way, weapons over armor, as you can now see as well. So we have light armor again for Vez, and we also see it for Oko. So light armor just to make sure that they can afford themselves a Vandal, a Phantom. We got 2 Bulldogs in their hands too. So another one of those rounds that they are supposed to win. There's pretty much nobody buying for Rainbow Mine now. The only exception was 1 ghost that was afforded from Raze, and of course she was able to get that done. Got a few kills in on the last one. Yeah, slow approach over here again. Gotta be a little bit careful over here. Yeah, seems like we could see that battle with Sage any second. Orgo gets the kill. As we're starting things up, already starting to push in again. Has to move over, lets all of that slide. In the middle, we already have the cluster grenades wreaking some havoc. Still trying to control the market, and so far they do. Over towards spawn, we still have 1 or 2 standing, but Fields is now down as well. That puts it into a 4 versus 4 situation.
I have the spike.
Get the spike. The problem is, they're gonna get flanked in just a second. Yep, there we go. 1. Good kill from Young One, gets the headshot in, and now they are in real trouble, our attackers. Better weaponry, yes or no? If you're completely surrounded more or less, then you know you're in trouble. And now they are rushing onto B right away, simply. Yeah, I was in a good position actually to try and welcome them with a shot or 2. But there's the spike already out. Jumping down, there's a counter kill, nicely done. And only 2 standing. 2-2-1. And Lee on the attacker side, we only got Cypher. He's the last man standing right here.
No charges left for you.
And is right underneath. You know where he is, pretty much. Yep, and there we go. 1 down. We'll go get the last one, and he does! Jeez, yeah, that's the advantage when you have like a proper Vandal right here. So he clutches it out for the team, and that's now 8 points on the board for the Cobras. 2-6 for Rainbow Mine. But let's be honest, that was incredibly close. There was a last man standing, and that was with them heavily outgunning their opponent. So of course they still have enough money now to buy themselves proper gear, but you can already tell that quite a few on the side of the Cobras still aren't able to afford themselves a full armor in addition to the Vandal or Phantom that they're buying. Young One is on the defender side now, also playing as operator, but he has no armor whatsoever. But still, gotta say, that was pretty nasty. Oh, nice hits against him. Wow. Yeah, they got the Sova Dart out and they immediately home in on the position and drop him down to 8 hit points. So Sage has to heal him up. But that was really nice aggressive play that we saw from the Cobras here. Another attempt.
Right here.
A bit of an op play. Plays that slow. That's the lockdown there. Anybody peeks over here? Could be the kill, but in this case, he misses it. Right, still of course waiting for the next. Brownsy kills one. It's eliminated as well though. But they're starting to get pushed back here. Yeah, as good as the attackers, or sorry, the defenders last round was, they still lost it. So now they're 2 points behind. So they push through the middle. Sova with another dart. Trying to reveal as much as he can so that they have a bit of an idea of where they're coming through. And it's going to be B again. They are trying to shift the position slightly over towards B, where we only have Raze defending right now. Nobody else. Sage is currently deciding of where to shift. Only one has split off. We've seen Cypher moving over towards A. Yeah, Sage is pretty much isolated back there. And gets taken down too. Gets taken down. Raze is all alone over here. Is trying to get at least one kill. Has absolutely no chance as Karen comes through and takes her down. And that's now a 4 versus 1 scenario. And, well, there's the last one going down as well. So we actually have Oko getting the kill, getting himself another weapon. Gets the operator. That young one just dropped here. And that's now 9-6. Gotta say, this is a really, really solid setup now for round 2 for the Cobras, as they have that 3-point lead over their opponent. Now this is the best of 25, of course, which means that the first team to 13 is going to lock in the victory and advance through the bracket. They're still in best of 1 territory, and therefore, yeah, you lose, you're out. A couple of ults are ready, mainly on the attacker side. We got a revive for Sage with the Resurrect, and we also got the info through him. Oh, a little bit of a push out. A bit more of an aggressive stance here from Night Boys. Yeah, already trying to flip around here. Can't kill someone just yet. Gotta be careful. 1 down so far. Yeah, Veswell takes him apart. I mean, again, it's not quite the same when it comes to weapons here. You have only Sheriffs on their hand. That, of course, has a bit of one-shot potential as well. No doubt about it. But generally speaking, they're just heavily outgunned here. The operator is already getting 1 more kill in, and now starting to come in straight for A through CT. Yeah, could very well be another kill up towards the top if anybody pokes around here. And yep, there we go. And headshot. Connects a kill though. Connects a kill, and there's at least 1, but the attackers, they home in. CIX is eliminated as well, and that's 10-6. Yeah, on the attacker side, Purple Cobras, they are going ham, I gotta admit. On the defender side, they were struggling a little bit more, but now that we had the swap, they've been dominating from start to finish. We are looking at how many rounds in a row now? 4, I think? Yeah, 4. We entered the second half with a tie, with an even score, and now they're just getting 1 connect in after another. So, looking over to the weapons, we got at least operators on both sides this time. Now Vaz is pushing around here to see if he can get another connect in. He's not the only one that is opping it out. Young One is doing the same thing, but nobody is going for A. So instead they're trying to push through the middle here. Which especially over here for CIX could be important. Defense first of all, but more of an aggressive setup right here. The 2 Cypher players could go up against each other in just a second. Alright. Wall bang! Oh, careful. That could have been a kill here. Those cluster grenades are pretty nasty in tight quarters. And yeah, they know, of course, exactly where Raze is. She's sitting still up at the top. And the wall is always double checking. Okay. Yep. Good hits. Can't get for the kill. 1-3. Good setup. Ult, but he gets shot down right there. Ah, nice hit. Young one once again with the kills, but Khaldor comes around the corner and takes him down. And Jesus, we are seeing one kill after another. But just as the revive comes through, CIX with another quick kill as Khaldor gets punished for trying to go for the revive here. 2 versus 3 still. Drownsy goes down though, and that's a 2v2. Veswell gets punished, and Fancy with a kill against CX right now. Yeah, another round for the defenders this time. Yeah, it's a fantastic first game, honestly. It's a lot of fun here. We got lots more ults ready now for this round. So we got Breach with his ult. Fantastic if they want to storm onto a point. We have also for both Sova players their ult ready, and both of them again back with an operator. So always going straight in for the sniper action here. And it should be quite a bit of fun to see if both are committing to the ult on this round here already. But, well, first of all, we got Young One trying to defend A again, as we've already seen him previously do. And Vez, in the meantime, he's currently sitting in the middle and waiting for someone to poke over here. And middle is honestly where we're going to see most of the action. So they're just like double checking if they can go for the market. Checking on the right side as well. And this is pretty much abandoned. I mean, nobody is really holding this right now. They're letting him come in. They're staying extremely deep. Rainbow Mind is playing this very, very different now. No forward aggression from them. Playing this a bit slow. Sage is moving over to B very much so alone, but they're slowly starting to make the play over towards A again. And Night Voice is, as we've already seen in the last round, still standing there and little connect on short and trying to stop them here. Tripwire should be destroyed in just a second. There's already the recon dart out. It's a decent position for him to be in. One down. Can he get the second? Ah, nearly getting the second kill in. But now here comes Young One. Young One with a kill attempt. Gets the ult out once more. And that's a 3 versus 2. As he's still holding down the point. Nobody to kill right now, but for Drownsy it's a bit of a different situation. He's coming straight into the middle to help out over here, but A is a little bit abandoned. And talking about A, Limlee slows them down once again. They know roughly where they are. Still a 2 versus 3. Wall is already off, and the spike plant is about to happen. Only a couple of seconds left, not really a whole lot. The plant does exactly that.
Spike planted.
Problem is, yeah, here we go. And that's the kill. Young One gets the kill. Last man standing is Fields, the coach for the team. A little bit of trouble, and Simley comes through. Gets the kill. 10-7. Nicely done. The fuse is gonna come through. And actually with 10-7, I mean we're gonna have a quick 8 on the board now. But yeah, well played. So we're getting a little bit closer. Might be a comeback after all that we're seeing from Rainbow Mind. Still enough money for a proper buy on the side of Purple Cobra. So the attackers, double up now for the defenders. We got one on Sage and another one on Sova. So Young One by now with 19 kills. I mean, Oko, for example, and Oko, Kejan, and Vesworld, I mean, 20, 19, and 18 kills on the attacker side. Pretty crazy setup for them here. But yeah, let's check that out. Yeah, the one that is currently missing for the Purple Cobras is Huckstar. Again, as I mentioned previously, the coach is currently playing with them. I've seen Huckstar earlier online, so I'm not quite sure why he's not playing in this. Not quite certain what exactly happened there. Already an ult coming out from Sova. They're gonna push in for him, trying to take him down here. So far, quite happening, and there is the kill against Race and the double. Oko, well done, double kill, gets the ult out, so they have a bit more information on where exactly everybody is positioned. He gets the triple as well. Job well done. Needs to, of course, take those traps down, but there's only one last agent remaining for the defenders, and that is one of our op players here. Spike is already planted, and as I said previously, if you have an op, pushing into an opponent and trying to retake one of the bomb sites is pretty much impossible. So I highly doubt that we're going to see any big action from him. The only thing that he's going to try and do is attempt to save the operator and maybe get a kill in as well. Question is rather, is the attacking side trying to hunt him down? It seems like for now the Cobras are absolutely fine just simply sitting tight and securing the point. They would put another one on the board for them, it would be an 11-8. Pretty important win for them too if you consider their economy. They still have 3 agents in play, so they will have more than enough money to equip everybody. Whereas on the defender side, they should just have enough to get proper buys in the next round here. Yep, 4,000 for pretty much everyone. CAX, the only one that's only sitting at 3.5k, but should still be able to buy himself some decent tools, especially if someone else buys for him. Sage, for example, should have enough money to do that. Passes the op over, so that pretty much already removes the problem here. Now we got 1 ghost in. Alright, there we go. Bulldog actually gets bought. It's kind of a bit unfortunate. If Young One had 100 credits more, he could simply buy another Vandal or Phantom for them. But still, Young One, the only one with an operator in this particular round, and is of course going to try and use it. Even from the side here. Yeah, gets already slowed down. Let's be careful with that. Seems like Oko is the one trying to push in here. Yep, there's the info. Exactly where he is. Got the smokes down already. Talking, by the way, about a bit of action. Nightvoice sitting here. Wants to get the kill. Goes for the jump. Goes for the ult. And takes Khaldor down. Tries for another. Can't quite connect the kills here. Oko is at 15 HP. 3 versus 2 on the map. 1 ult still in play. Young One gets the kill against Westworld. Nicely done. And with 15 HP for Ogwell, that's a bit of a problem. Fields is now dead too. But Young One gets taken down. Oko with his 15 HP is able to secure themselves another round. That's 12-8 on the board. And the Cobras, with their coach as part of the team here today, as Hugstar apparently had to bow out for this particular round. I assume that he's going to be back later. So, yeah, Fields trailing behind a little bit. But Young One, still with 21 kills, still an open play. They needed to buy. I mean, they really just, like, tried to drain the funds because this is match point. And if the Cobras take it, then obviously there's nothing to buy anymore. So, there's 1 ult. Not really a whole lot. I mean, we could see a few more, as you could already tell. So, for example, Young One might be able to get his ult up. Oko is already pushing out here. Could find himself in a bit of a duel situation with maybe Brimstone over here. Who's just waiting behind the corner, but Drownsy gets the kill on the defender side. Job well done by him. Need a heal from Sage, but so far doesn't quite receive that. Moves out a little bit so that Sage can heal him, and that's exactly where we're at right now. The attackers, on the other hand, are starting to move on to B again. Quick kill from Fancy against Drownsy. Still pushing onto the point here. Still got Reyes on the other side. Actually, my bad. Over here, Night Voice. Moving on to the point. He knows exactly where they are, or at least roughly. Can't get anything done there just yet. It was a bit of an attempt, by the way, also to come in from behind from CAX, and he got 1 kill. He's not continuing the push here. Alright, nice! Westworld goes down. Just as the smoke comes in, we see Reyes pushing through. Gets another one! Nicely done, defenders, with another win and solid action here from Reyes. Let's take another look at that. Getting the initial kill through the smoke, just with the vision. Pushing through the smoke shortly after. Knows exactly where they are. There's another kill. Well played here by Night Voice. Very, very solid action in that round. That was an important win. Puts them a little bit closer. Closes the gap. And of course it forces now also an eco round out of the Cobras themselves. So a much better position for Rainbow Mind to get double digits onto the board now. We got Young One again with the operator. They have full buys. They got full armor there too. So a much, much better round for them now in terms of equipment. And it starts off with an important kill. That double kill! Yep, gets 2 in. Easy peasy. Nicely done. Could get even a little bit more. But keeps them at bay.
Revealing area.
Buys a lot of time for them here now too. They were trying to rush through again, eco round for them, but still good kills here coming from him. Gets another one, Fields is down, and eco round or no eco round, but let's take a quick look at that. This was obviously when all of that started up, and yep, there's the first one. And then shortly after, there's the second one. So gets 2 quick kills in with the operator. As I said, they were trying to rush onto the spot because they were playing an eco round anyways, hoping to surprise the opponent. Just gambling a little bit. Didn't quite work out for them. But still good reaction here from Young One. Secures a few additional kills for himself and is now second when it comes to the KDA in the game. as well this time now with his own op, so this is where it really starts. But look at the amount of ults that we now have for Rainbow Mind. They actually rock 4 ults at this point. So that's a really good position to flush the opponent out here with a lot of utility that they can bring to the table. A little bit of a fallback, by the way, from Young One over on B. Playing this quite slow and already trying to control the choke point. Could always put the wall down as well. And we actually have over on A the push through from Westworld. Now he's going up against only Cypher over here. He needs to be quite careful when it comes to the traps, obviously. But he gets taken down. Well done. In the meantime, Young One is still controlling the middle and keeping an eye on things here, especially of course towards the market, and that's where we could actually see them come through now too. Both of the Brimstones have their ult ready, so that's quite a bit that we could see from them as well if they want to go for a little bit more zone control. Market trying to sniff that out. Cage is already down on the other hand. Area gets revealed, but Oko is sneaking in. Gets taken apart by Night Voice. Another important kill for the defenders. Guys, Rainbow Mind is just bringing it back. 5 versus 3 now. Ults are still more or less all ready. And over on... Oh, CIX goes down. Over on A. There's the wall. That's at least a plant. Ooh, careful. Alright, that showstopper stopped nothing. There's another ult coming out. Damn, they're busting the utility out. Bit of a wraparound. And that is a jumping headshot, ladies and gentlemen, from Night Voice. Another look at that. So first the showstopper right here. Then comes the Brimstone ult. Once again, we have Keshan running away. And then BAM! The jump headshot to finish the round. And now it's just a single map that before the two teams are tied. Guys, this is just match point after match point, and the Cobras keep losing them. This is honestly sick city what we're seeing here right now. I love it. 12 to 11. Triple operator. Fuck me. What the hell? What is this? Spike Rush? I think they changed the game mode all of a sudden. This is getting ridiculous. There's not really a lot of econ in the hands of Purple Cobras. They don't really have a lot. This is very likely going to go to a final deciding round if this continues. I mean, this is getting absolutely nasty. What the hell? Triple operator. You gotta be kidding me.
Off your feet!
Yeah, there's the old though. Oh! The double 10 HP! What the hell? He survives with 10 HP. The Soul comes through. Everybody has their ult ready. Everybody and their mom. Only 2 defenders. There's the counter kill attempt. They are actually about to win it. Young One with the double. He could nearly get the triple here. Racking it with the ult. Can he get more? That's the question. They go for the point. The bomb is down. The plant is in. The Cobras trying to make it happen. Young One shoots through. Gets the hit here. Wall bang kill. 2 versus 2. 10 hit points. And that fucker got 3 kills with it. What the hell? He's trying for more. He's trying for another one. This is going down to the wire, ladies. Who is going to take it here? The Cobras in a good spot, but still the pressure from Rainbow Mind as they're starting to move in a little bit more aggressively. Young One is looking for the kill. CIX gets one. Young One finally down. It's a 1 versus 1 situation. Oh, he's faking it. He's trying to go through. Here comes the kill. They take it. The Cobras with a 13 to 11 win.